40 singles that's inside my hand. Come get this whole stack for the proper dance. Call me Papa Bands, call me Papa Bands. She said she living single, she ain't got no man. She stripping 40 singles that's inside my hand. Come get this whole stack for the proper dance. Call me Papa Bands, call me Papa Bands. 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 You rockin' with a winner and you know it, girl. And yes, I love a cougar, she's a golden girl. Ass fat, that's how she got me. She's such a neat freak, but her mouth is sloppy, Lord. Started with some kisses on her body. Now baby boy is all up in that cookie like Taraji. Toes done, yeah, I love sandals. Ooh, I'm gripping on the love handles. She said she got a gut, is what she tell me. But long as it's lit, don't give two fucks about no belly, man. It's a vibe all in the telly, man. Slip and slide, she got the jelly, huh? And yes, I like them thick. Fuck the wine glass, look like a jug. Well, here's a sip with your fine ass. Keep going, girl, you make me proud. And when she come, I get aroused. She said the night is young and she ain't got no plans. She brought her own fun, she ain't got a scam. But when I left the room, I think she popped a Zen. Now watch me do the Cosby dance. Hey, now move it with your big butt. And yes, I love a big slut. Y'all know Destin Wells about them big bucks. Tell your MCM to get his ships up. These niggas can't compete, boy, my shit is on elite. Not here for no defeats.
Yeah.
Harlem, we in the building, man.
Papa Band, tell him Papa Bands.
Destin Wells, what's good?
Welcome back to the Beat 139. I'm Doc.
Don Vito, hello.
Welcome back, everyone. It's Callie.
Yeah, we're at third and final interview of the day.
Yeah.
We got Harlem's own Destin Wells.
Destin Wells.
Tell him Papa Band, tell him Papa Bands.
Papa Band.
I appreciate it, man.
Get the band.
I appreciate it, man. I'm happy to be here.
I like that, man.
Yes.
So, that's hot.
Long time coming, man.
Absolutely,
I want to say this before we go into any further. I appreciate y'all being the voice of Harlem right now.
Absolutely.
Giving us an outlet.
Yes, absolutely.
I'm watching everything.
Yeah, man.
Y'all heating up out there. Like anything Harlem is number one for me, man. I appreciate
that,
it.
Yes.
Yeah,
Thank you,
man.
Justin.
I'm glad you said that, man, because we definitely got this platform to help brothers and sisters in the community shine and get that recognition that they deserve.
Exactly.
Yeah, we got to bring that Harlem love back, man.
Yeah, because Harlem deteriorating right now,
Yeah.
with gentrification and
all
everything.
that, yeah.
They're taking away my monumental spots and all of that. So
Yeah.
it's not the same no more, but we're going to keep it alive, though.
Yeah, we
We're
gonna
gonna keep it alive.
So true.
Absolutely.
So how life was growing up in Harlem? For you?
It was,
And where you from?
I'm from East Side, West Side, but I'm born and raised in Lincoln Projects. Most of them know me from 8th Ave, 134th and 8th. That's one of the most legendary blocks in Harlem. That you can ask Miss T that. Yeah, and life in Harlem it was rough, going to like bad schools like PS 43 and 92 and all of that. I also went to St. Mark's for the first 7 years of my school years. I went to St. Mark's on 138th between Lenox and 5th. After that, I was going to 43, and that changed my life. I got into the street life and all of that. I also found my talent, which was music. But when I went to 43, my life just took a turn, and all of that. I was just playing the streets a little bit too much. But I also had a little bit of sense from my grandparents putting me through Catholic school. I got the sense of going to work every day and putting on the suit and the tie and all that gave me that sense. So I wasn't all the way in the streets, but my friends was fully in the streets. So,
So that's good. So you ain't actually get to do the time and get to do the real craziness, right?
I recently got locked up. I came home 3 years ago, and I did a little bid, but that was my first bid, my first felony. I kept my head above water.
How long was that for?
Was only for a year. I only did a bullet, but that was from me playing the streets, but also me being smart this whole time. I never was fully a street tough, one of them tough, rough guys. You understand what I'm saying? I always had sense. I always had sense to keep a job and stuff like that. And I tell the young guys under me, like, nothing's going to work if you don't have like that secure bag, and then all your goals will work. That's how I always looked at life. You know what I'm saying? Just make sure you have some secure money, then you could go off and do whatever it is you want to do in life. Just make sure you got something to fall back on.
Absolutely. So you said the Catholic school St. Mark's helped you?
Yeah, it helped me a lot. It gave me a sense of like holding down jobs and, you know, doing interviews and speaking to people. When most of my friends, they was like, you know, rough guys in the streets. They looked at like tough guys, but I always knew the criminals was always the ones that played this smooth. You understand what I'm saying? So that's the lane I took coming up.
So when did you start getting into music strongly, when you knew that was really your niche?
At 19, that's when I started like really saying like this is it. Like I had a dude from my block named Cheese. He took me and my peoples off the corners and put us in the studio, and that's when I really said yeah I could really do this. You know, I could really do the music thing. And you know, that been my passion since playing Nintendo, listening to Michael. I used to think I was Michael Jackson and all that. I used to think I was on stage in front of cameras and all of that. Like,
What Cheese from?
Cheezo from 134th and 8th.
Okay. I know you're talking about. Yeah.
So
Go ahead.
Go.
So let's take it back a little bit, right?
Let's go.
So you was in a Catholic school. You said Catholic school, right?
Mm-hmm.
You was in a Catholic school, and they gave you like a different outlook on how to be like a decent young man.
How to operate in society. A lot of kids didn't have that. You know, they didn't have that structure. Like when I was in Catholic school, I didn't know nothing about cutting school until I got kicked out and went to 43. And then my friend, he had said, "Yo, let's cut school." I'm thinking he mean cut class, like we're gonna be inside the hallway running around or something. We went downstairs. He actually opened the door, and I had like a little anxiety attack. I was like, when we don't leave school like that, we just stay in this
What's happening here?
Stay in the staircase. Yeah. So when I realized you could actually walk outside.
But that's a big difference. Catholic school straight to 43. 43 was one of the worst, high schools.
No, it's junior high.
I thought it was junior high and high school. No,
seventh grade.
Seventh grade. Okay.
Junior high.
But yeah, it was definitely one of the worst junior high schools. I definitely remember that.
Yeah, at that time I lost my friend in there. That's how I left that school and went to Thurgood Marshall when Thurgood Marshall was on it was on St. Nick actually. Now it's on 7th Avenue.
Exactly on 140.
Yeah, but it was on St. Nick actually. But yeah, one of my close friends died in that school. Like he got shot, not in the school, but you know, a little beef that happened in the school, and then I seen that, and my grandmother seen that. She took me right out of that, put me into another public school or whatever.
Right.
But that was something that's something I never seen coming from a school like St. Mark's, a Catholic school.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
let's take it back a little bit further, or maybe it was around the same time, but your family, the people that opened up that Wells restaurant?
Yeah, my uncle JT.
138th, right?
No, it's on Wells restaurant is actually on 132nd and
132nd.
Oh yeah, right, that Wells. Okay, yeah,
132nd and 7th Avenue.
Right.
Yeah,
my PJ's was that right there? Yeah,
across the street from PJ's.
I mean,
yeah.
Lorraine's.
Yeah, Lorraine's. Yeah,
Right.
Yeah, so my uncle JT, my uncle JT and my great grandfather Cleo Wells, they came up from Florida with an idea of like starting a business or whatever, and everybody was telling them to stay in the South, but they seen the gold mine in Harlem, so they took their ideas. And my great grandfather, my uncle, he said let's start a little restaurant. So they started a restaurant, and it wasn't working out at first. I'm just summing up the story. It wasn't working out at first, and what they did was they had a lot of food left over. They had chicken and they had waffles left over, and what they did was overnight, at 3 a.m. they used to they combined the chicken and the waffles together and made it a little gimmick. So everybody started hearing about it because the flavor went well together, and that became like the new thing, the new night spots or whatever, the chicken and waffle thing, the whole the Harlem Renaissance thing, the jazz and all of that. That came. My great grandfather had a lot to do with that.
They did. They one of the originators of the chicken and waffles. Period.
And Roscoe's Chicken. That's in,
way back, man.
Roscoe's Chicken. He used to work for my great grandfather, my uncle. Roscoe's Chicken. Now he's in. He took his business to Atlanta. Now he's in not Chicago, California now.
Yeah, Cali. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And they call him Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles, where he got the recipe from my great grandfather.
It's funny we speak about that. I want to say happy birthday to my father.
Yeah.
My father was the original owner of Roscoe Chicken. He gave them the name.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he was getting money in the streets, so he went out to Cali and he opened the restaurant.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
He opened up the restaurant, Roscoe Chicken and Waffles. He killed them. He getting money in the streets. The restaurant money wasn't with the same way he doing. So the guy who you talking about, boy, I forgot he said his name, and bought him out.
Oh yeah.
And
he brought him out of Roscoe's Chicken.
He sold it. He said, but I want to keep the name.
Yeah.
Because it was only on one place in California. He said, I want to keep the name. And he sold it to him.
Nah, you right
and
about that.
And he damn, but yeah, you heard the story, right?
Nah, I heard the story. I heard little bits and pieces of everything. But that's the foundation.
The 29th, yeah.
Happy birthday to him.
Word.
Yeah.
Right.
All right, so coming up in Harlem, family got the chicken and waffles and all that stuff. Catholic school. So what made you, say, you desire to rap, get to rap?
It just been my thing. Like, I like to be in front of the camera. I like to be on stage. That's where I'm most comfortable. People that know me, I'm very quiet. Like, until I'm doing something I like to do, like this, or being on stage or whatever it is. I just like creating things. I'm also nice with my hands, with making clothes and stuff like that.
Oh, okay.
I was a designer, back and forth with that, playing around with it and stuff like that. And I just been back and forth with things over the years. I also had a clothing line called Eternal Life, and another clothing line that I collaborated with my man Greg Puff and Wingy. We did the Wingstone thing. A lot of people know about that in Harlem.
That sounds familiar.
Yeah, Wingstone. That's we was going hard in the chicken noodle soup era. Like, if you see whatever you see them wearing on in their videos, the 5,000 DJ Webstar video, we most likely we dressed them in those videos.
So you did this with the little holes?
Nah, actually, shout out to my man Steve. He made this for this interview. I'm not making clothes no more, but yeah, my man made these. But I make stuff like this and stuff like that.
I see, I'm like, this creative. With
with the rips and the dye and all of that. Yeah, we came up in like the 2006 era, the chicken noodle soup era, on Jackie era, making clothes for all of them. So yeah,
that's good.
Yeah.
So what's your rap style is like?
I'm older now, so I rap about, I try to make bangers and rap about my life, but leading the younger generation to a better path. You understand what I'm saying? I'm not trying to tell somebody to go out and sell crack or go out and get some coke or whatever. But that's my lifestyle, and I'm only just spitting out pain. My pain. That's my way of letting my frustration out. So that's how I got deep into the music. You understand what I'm saying? But whatever I did, I always ran back to the music, because I love music since a kid. I don't just listen to rap. I listen to Otis Redding and stuff like that. Things that these kids won't even think I listen to. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So was you in a group? Because you said y'all was on the corner and took y'all to the studio.
Actually, my man Chizo, he started a group called Hot Shots, and he actually showed me the game on how you do things in the studio, how you architect songs and stuff like that. But it's a lot different now. Back then, I would say early 2000s, you had to come to the studio with a tape deck and all types of crazy stuff. Now I could make a song on my phone now, so it's a totally different thing. But he gave me the blueprint to that, and I took that and just tried to stay in the studio with that same type of style. So
the song that we heard earlier,
Papa Bands,
lyrically, when you wrote that, was it more of your experience, or you just did it more fun?
It's actually a fun song. I was just having fun with that song right there. Something for the ladies, and you know, the thicker ladies and stuff like that. If you really listen to the lyrics, you'll hear what I'm saying. But
Right.
yeah, I was just having fun with that song. I wasn't trying to like
You got
get
any
too
moves
crazy.
to it?
Any dance moves? I'm right now. I'm just working the song, and when the video come out, I was also going to invite y'all to the video shoot. When we shoot the video, I got like a couple of good Instagram voices to hop in the video and give they little cameos and stuff like that. I'm also have dances and stuff like that. We just get into it though. I'm putting it together right now.
So what's the concept of the video gonna be like?
I would say it's going to be like more like funny. I'm trying to stay on the funny side because most of my videos now is like a little bit street. And now I'm trying to go commercial with that. So I got like a couple of comedians in mind that y'all might know of, like that be on Instagram and stuff like that. I'm gonna throw them in the video and stuff. And I'm gonna have fun with it, man. Just have fun with it. I'm trying to have that thing playing all during the summer. So
that's your go-to song right now.
Right now, yes. I got a mixtape that I'm working on called Tony's, and Tony stands for that old New York sound, and that's the first single off the mixtape.
Okay.
Yeah.
But the single that you're pushing now is Papa Bands.
That's the first single off the mixtape. Yeah.
Okay.
So when you plan on doing a video for that?
In 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
I was trying to drop it on Valentine's Day, but you know, like it wasn't working with my schedule. So I'm gonna do it in 2 weeks, and I'm renting out a spot and everything, and inviting people. It's gonna be something. It's gonna be hot.
So what's Papa Bands? Should be popping bands. I mean,
Pop. It's like an older. I'm trying to switch it up from the Sugar Daddies to Papa Bands. It's like the newer word to it. You know what I'm saying? For the
little twist.
Yeah, not for the old. I wouldn't say old heads, for the older crowd. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's basically what Papa Bands. A little twist to Sugar Daddy.
Okay.
Yeah, I like the song. Who did the beat?
My man Red Hook. He from Brooklyn. He from Brooklyn, and that's my first beat that I got from him. But that's one of the only beats that I kind of felt that he threw at me. But yeah, my man from Brooklyn.
So on your mixtape, are you working with any other people?
I'm trying to get my man Vado on there, but he doing a lot of running around. I'm trying to get in contact with him, but since this is my first mixtape, I really want to keep it on me so I can see what I could really do.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? I want to see what I could do by myself, and I want people to stay focused on what I'm saying. And because it's my first mixtape, you know, I want people to focus on my craft. So if other people come along, then they'll come along. But right now
the focus is on you and putting your music out. Right.
Exactly.
Makes sense.
So that song, can you sing like the hook? I like the hook. Can
the hook. They said she living single. She ain't got no man. She reaching for these singles that's inside my hand. Come get this whole stack for the proper dance. Call me Papa Bands. Call me Papa Bands. She said she living single, she ain't got no man. She reaching for these singles that's inside my hand. Come get this whole stack for the proper dance. Call me Papa Bands, call me Papa Bands, Papa Bands.
You could vision that.
That's hot, Chin.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm good at
I like that. That's hot.
Making melodies and stuff with my songs.
That's a very good catch. Very catchy.
I like to
nice.
I like to have people. I like to like lure people into my songs. You understand what I'm saying? So I like to make a lot of catchy stuff.
Right.
When I'm architecting my songs, I got songs that I go off of, and I like 50 Cent melodies, like the go, it's your bro. You have to listen to the song when you hear that. When you first hear that, it's like that's all you hear, and then it leads you right into the song. So that's how I like architect my songs right now.
The
like,
hooks are definitely important.
It's more important than the raps, because
so true.
The DJ is gonna. You gotta understand, the DJ is just gonna play the hook over, and he can play the hook over and over and over. Everybody in the dance is not gonna care what you said in your in the verse, but. I'm so much of a lyricist too, and I care about my craft and the music that I can't just say anything in the verse. So I'm gonna give my all in the verse and the hook. You understand what I'm saying?
What you supposed to.
Yeah, the hook is everything.
So you have management?
Right now, Dark Boy Management, they managing me now, and that's about it. That's only like management I got right now.
And how about shows?
Shows, being that I just got into the back into the groove of things. I got some shows.
You just got back.
I got back into the groove. I got a couple of videos out, but it been within a couple of months span. Like I said, I've been rapping for a long time, so it wasn't nothing for me to hop back into it or whatever. Mm-hmm. So as far as the shows and everything, I got some shows lined up. I'm not sure of where they're going to be located at, but I'm gonna start doing shows after Valentine's Day. And that's going to be leading up into my mixtape. So I'm taking every show.
So your manager lining everything up right now.
Exactly.
So prior to this, is this your first mixtape?
My first mixtape ever. I never made a mixtape.
Is this your first time working with your new management as well?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So how you gonna move the mixtape around?
I'm just gonna be promoting with like merch. Cause I feel like merch and stuff like that also pushes your music too. So I'm gonna be just pushing things through the internet crazy. Like that's my outlet right now. Is the internet.
Right. The more they see, the more you can grab.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. I'm trying to build. Basically, right now, as we speak, I'm just building my brand. My name used to be Thriller. That's what people in Harlem know me by. So I switched it up. Wells is my grandparents' name, so I took that, and then Destin. I added my name, and my real name is Daryl, so I kept the D. You know, I'm trying to like reinvent myself and start a whole new brand of things. You understand? Right. With a whole new different type of energy around me. So
see that thing with that internet, you have to that thing hard.
Yeah, you gotta do it hard.
That thing hard.
And you gotta be fast. You gotta be fast with everything. We don't. Once you hot today, they're not gonna care about you cooling down tomorrow. They're not gonna care. They're gonna go on right on to the next thing. That's
what
it is.
YouTube page and everything.
Yeah, Destin Wells. Everything is Destin Wells. DESTIN Wells WELLS. That's Instagram. That's Facebook. On Instagram, you could hit me up on Destin Wells Harlem. So that's destin.wells.harlem. That's my Instagram page right now. I got a couple of them, but that's my main one.
You can drop a freestyle real quick.
Freestyle. I ain't ready for no freestyle.
Yeah, freestyle.
I ain't a freestyler. I'm a song maker. I ain't
honest.
I gotta keep it honest. I'm not a freestyler.
You spit good enough to do it, John.
I like to master my things and have things written down.
You got another track we can play or something?
Yeah, I got another track. I got a whole bunch of tracks.
Play a track for Cleet. Let's see, man, Destin. Let's
play let
the world hear.
You want to play the newer one or just
whatever you want
to
play?
Play the Death Wish. Yeah.
You want to hear some heat, man?
I got some heat right here. You gonna hear it right now?
Ain't nothing but heat.
So in the mean,
Harlem.
you got it. All right, let's
Harlem
go.
Heat, baby. Y'all remember the Harlem Heat? Y'all know about that Harlem Heat? Harlem Heat was getting it in one time. Let's
money
go.
in my head, but I'ma get the bag till I'm dead. I think these niggas got a death wish. I think these niggas got a death wish. Coming for my spot and get online. Niggas had me as underdog a long time. Come together now we all shine. The niggas is big cat, they grown. Well, here we are, little man. You just woke up there. That wasn't in the plan. They see me in the field. Niggas hating in the stand. They don't tell you how they feel. They put it on the gram. Y'all niggas got a death wish. Ooh, y'all niggas got a death wish. They be on the net talking rap. My hitters wanna eat. Like, nigga, what's for breakfast? Take your little vest off. Cause that don't really matter. Don't make me drop a bag off. Nigga, had this on a platter. Y'all niggas need an Emmy. Like they humble but they envy. I get the bag by the plenty. Chopping the bricks with a butcher. Worth of any nigga. I'm like a fiend when it comes to bread. Y'all niggas rob me, you won't come up dead. You think I give a fuck what a sucker says? They claim I got a bounty on my fucking head. Yeah, I get it from the ground. That's for the wave, man. I get it from the town. Till they free Max until his body's out the town. I keep Harlem shook up. You think Lottie was around, nigga? And I could go ape on it. Put a sucker in his place. Drake on it. And I don't save hoes, ain't no cape on them. Just a rusty snub nose with the tape on it. And this is for the city. Y'all niggas falling off, such a pity. And Will is fresh home with a biddy. He did his time 10 toes for a blicky, bro. Bro. 10 bands off a drop, nigga.
That beat is hard.
Black Harbor.
Look at that beat.
Actually, that's you.
That's the Wells. That's the Wells.
Beat right there.
I like that, John.
Good looking.
Yeah.
Then, yes.
So the beat ain't just hard though.
Shout out to Pop Lottie.
Good look. Oh, that was my man.
That's my man.
Yeah.
That's I told you look familiar. I always seen you around.
Yeah.
So Justin, I know you mentioned earlier that you had took a break from music in between. What made you take your break, and what are you doing differently that you weren't doing before now?
What made me take my break was money. Like everything I was trying to do, I needed some money, and I took that risk to get some fast money.
Right.
And I was caught up in that, and then I got locked up, and I seen there ain't no future and no fast money. I'm gonna let y'all know that right now. I'm gonna let the young kids know that right now. Get you a job, and get you a hustle.
Exactly.
A legal hustle. If you could sell some coke, you could sell some dope, you could sell some shirts, and you could sell some hats, you could sell some merch. It's all going to add up to the same amount of money at the end of the day.
Got that
But
right.
Less risk.
Less
You got
risk.
that right.
But like you said earlier, you have. I wanted to touch on that. You have to take risks.
Yeah,
you
you
have
gotta
to take
take
risks to know where your next level is going to. How you going to get to your next level? But you have to have the knowledge of knowing how much of a risk you could take. You understand what I'm saying? So if you could take a small risk to get this amount of money that's going to be more safer and keep you out of jail and keep you with your family, take that risk. But if you're going to take the other risk, know what comes along with that risk, because it ain't no turning back once you make that decision. You understand what I'm saying?
And let me to clear up what I was talking about earlier about risk. When I was talking about risk was nothing illegal. When I was talking about risk, I mean don't be afraid to try to open up your own business. Don't be afraid to, like my man said, to sell some merch. You understand? Because a hustle's a hustle. You understand? And it's all about the work that you put behind the hustle.
Absolutely.
You know, the same way you sold coke or dope, like he said you could sell a hat, I'm going to keep it simple, a sweatshirt and a T-shirt. You know what I mean? That's the risk I'm talking about. Don't be afraid to go out there and know that you got to run around and talk to people and you know. But it's a lot easier now because you got social media, so you can make your page. You know the little step-by-step stuff. The millennials know what it is, and don't be afraid to take that risk and try to do something. You can, like Callie said, also you can keep your job, but you can have your hustle also. You know, that's the risk.
Absolutely.
You know, a legal risk. And that's real talk.
And don't stay at a job that you hate. Do what you love. Always push to do what you love. You understand what I'm saying? Don't get stuck at a job that you hate.
That's real talk. Have you ever performed before?
Yeah, I performed many a times when I was younger and stuff like that. I haven't performed since I got back into the music now,
You ain't
but
performed since you've been grown.
since not in the past 7 years.
Oh, so that's new territory.
Yeah, this whole thing, me jumping back into it is new, but this is what I do, so I'm ready for whatever.
So when you took your break and you got back into the music, how did you go about finding your management?
I just let it come to me. I let everything come to me. This time around, I wanted to switch up the energy that I had around me before when I was doing things and it wasn't really working out.
Right.
So I wanted to step back and see how much I could do by myself and let everybody come to me. So the guys that's managing me now, actually shout out to my man Dark Boys, Chizo and my man Keys. They managing me now. I knew Cheese for a minute now, so it's not, you know what I'm saying, it's not like somebody that don't know me or don't know my style or anything like that. But
Familiar, definitely familiar with
they
each other,
definitely
right?
familiar with my work ethic, so that's what it is.
I mean, you got to have a team in order to reach your goals, you know?
Always.
Musically, this way you can concentrate on your craft and, you know, let your team do the rest.
Exactly. You gotta make sure your team is able to push you when you can't get to that next, when you can't make that next step. You gotta make sure your team
believe in
is
you
strong
when you
enough.
feel like you don't even believe in yourself.
Exactly. That's what it's about.
So you basically got 3 managers. They a team.
Yeah. Well, 2
That's it,
managers.
man.
It's only 2 managers. Managers. My man Chizo and my man Keys.
Oh,
They
Keys.
Dog Boys. Yeah. That's Dog Boy management right there.
So you the only artist they got?
Yeah, I'm the only artist right now that they got. Yeah.
So you satisfied with the work they doing?
So I'm very satisfied. They making sure everything is running smooth. They making sure my stuff is getting out there online and stuff like that. So, you know, they making a lot of things easier for the artists just to focus on the music.
So that's what it's supposed to be.
Exactly.
You shouldn't be worrying about having wearing like 7 hats.
And that's what probably took my focus off it before and probably pushed me more to the streets, because you start feeling like, damn, I got to do this, I got to pay for this video, I got to do this. You start to say, damn, I'm not seeing no money. I might as well just go back to the streets.
Everything, right?
Yeah, that's you know what I'm saying?
Bills still have to be paid.
Exactly, and that's what a lot of artists now, that's how they fall back and they leave their craft to die, because all the other stuff that come along with it. But if you love something, you want to keep going. You're going to keep jabbing at it. Yeah, you're going to keep finding a way. So,
well, you know, the music industry is rough, like far as like getting a deal or even going independent. You gotta have bread, man. You know what I'm saying? You gotta do all the work, and all the work means you gotta pay all the money. You know what I'm saying? And it's not cheap. You understand? It's like you gotta do 80% of the project to get attention. I mean, the social media is free pretty much, so that helps out a lot, but all that other stuff costs, man, you know? So that's why a lot of brothers and sisters go to the streets to get that money, because a regular job ain't gonna get that for you, champ. I'm gonna keep it real. If you do that regular job to get there, you're gonna be doing that for a very long time. You know, and that's the part that makes it difficult, because you don't really want to go to the streets, but in the way you like force to say, dang, I gotta try my hand because I got all this good stuff going on, but I can't afford to push it. So that's why you hear a lot of rappers rapping about, you know, with the coke and the dope and the this and the that and I had to do what I had to do. Now look where I'm at. But it's like tough, man, for minorities, man, getting into the music industry, man. You know, and a lot of people make it, but there's a lot of casualty of war, man. There's a lot of dudes I know that's locked up because they want to get that bag for their talent, and then when they almost reached that bag and got caught in the mix, and they got like 20, 30 years, you know?
And their talent is going to die, and that's a sad thing about it.
They in jail and all that rap and all that, but it don't mean nothing.
Exactly.
You know, so it's like, it's sad though. That's the pressure that the music industry execs put on you. So you say, I'm going to go independent. Independent is bread.
And you can't just be a regular rapper. You need a chain. You need the lifestyle. You understand what I'm saying?
You need the tracks. Tracks cost money. You need the studio time. It costs money. You need distribution. It costs money.
Beats, everything.
Everything is a problem. So it's tough, man. You know.
But like we also said, if you love it, you'll find a way.
You have to find an outlet. You definitely have to find an outlet.
I think
so true.
In today's, like a new artist, I definitely think you have to hit the internet hard, and I definitely think you have to hit the road, and do shows, even shows in the city also. Doing shows is big, because after you get off the stage, a lot of people will support you some, so they'll follow your page and your Spotify, things like that, your SoundCloud, your YouTube, and then on the road, it's the same thing. Now you touching a new fan base.
Some of these new artists that don't really have a fan base, they figured out a way to get some money while they doing shows. Like they just going to these local bars and doing little baby tours for their little mixtapes, and they selling out these bars, and they making about like you'll be satisfied with $300 a night from a bar just to perform your song two times or something like that. Right. And they doing that like 2 times a night, hitting up Atlanta, hitting up like New Orleans and stuff, and getting the little bars, and you know what I'm saying, and having them book them, and they making their little bread. And that's what goes back to what I say. If you love something, you'll find a way. It's all about just finding a way to make the money.
And
find a way to make the money and staying out of jail while you doing your talent. That's all you gotta just figure. If you can figure that out, you good. That's it. If you can figure that out, you good, man.
And that's why it's also good to reach out to the schools, because the schools give you a lot of they make sure you get noticed a lot, especially with the kids, because the kids is the one who's on the internet. They're the one downloading the music. They're the one pushing everything, so it's so important to give the love to the schools, and just to do things, pro bono, just call the schools like, I'm gonna come down, to let them know exactly who you are, because they're gonna get your music out there, like, and then you can attract both crowds. You can have an older crowd and a young crowd. You know?
The kids are definitely they'll push you faster than like the older cats.
So true, because they're the one on the internet.
Yeah, the kids, they got a whole bunch of followers. I don't know how they get these like these millions of followers, and they be sitting right next to you, regular people, and it's crazy to me. Yeah. But then the older people, we gotta, cause they in schools like dealing with other kids, so that's why they get the following. It's easier.
But I think some up and coming artists also, I think when they have a job is good, but you don't really max out your potential, because when you have a job, like we talked about earlier, you play it safe, so you ain't taking that chance on going on the road.
Nah,
we had an artist from the South from Florida. He don't work. He hit the road crazy. And most of the time, like a lot of guys, sometimes when they work, they can't afford to do that because their job ain't letting them off just on some random, come on, let's hit the road, and you may be gone for 2 weeks, and then financially, you're going to different hotels. Depends how y'all get there. The transportation with the cars or plane, however y'all doing.
I'm gonna keep it real, like what you were saying. You absolutely right. I had a job. I was a supervisor / manager at Starbucks for 10 years, and I was still trying to do the music and be in the streets just to get extra money to live a lifestyle, to keep up with the other rappers and stuff like that. And from what I noticed, that I was never making myself available to even do music, because that 8 hours a day hurt. Like that you got to think that's 40 hours a week that you could be doing something else, and you got to punch in the clock. And then after work, you want to get some rest, and then you got to worry about your craft and all of that. That'll make anybody go crazy that's really passionate about their talent. So that's why I say, if you don't like your job, it's not that serious to stay there and wreck your brain. If you got goals and a vision, go on to the next job that's a little bit easier. But if you punching in and working for somebody else and making somebody else rich, and you got goals, I think you cheating yourself. You might as well go make yourself rich, because that person that owned that establishment that you punching in the clock for, that person, he ain't going through the stress. His bills is paid. They bills is paid. All the CEO bills is paid.
See, because it works like this. Now, saying if a guy have a girl and a kid at home, she ain't trying to hear, oh, you a rapper.
You a rapper. She ain't trying to hear that.
She ain't trying to hear that. She ain't trying to hear, oh, you a rapper. Oh, babe, I got to go to Connecticut.
No, you don't got no ends coming through.
Delaware, then I have to go to...
I'm going to keep it real.
You ain't going to Connecticut. You going to see that bird.
I got to keep it real then.
Especially once again with no ends. No.
I'm gonna keep it real. Then you gotta cut the chick off, or you gotta cut the man off. If they ain't seeing your vision, you gotta cut them off. I'm sorry to say it might be hard, but they gotta go. You gotta be a shark with that, with your dreams and your goals. You gotta.
And
be
not
ambitious.
only that, you have to be with someone strong enough where they can stand for themselves. You don't just want to be with someone they just looking at your pockets and worrying about everything that you're bringing in. You're supposed to uplift each other and be there for one another. That's what it is.
This striving rapping thing is like a bad vibe to women. Like
why you say that?
No, because when they hear it, like you meet somebody, you go, what you do for a living? I'm a rapper. They don't.
And they be like,
I don't think so. I really think it just depends on the person and the aura and the vibe they're giving off, because everybody's different.
Because they feel they hear the same thing. Everybody rapping, they feel nobody makes it.
Yeah, they want to see.
I don't think so.
They want to see the money first.
No, I don't think so.
The look and
not
the money.
Not all of us. Some women, but not all.
I'm not talking about every woman. You're right. It's only some, but I'm thinking now it's the majority of the women. When they bills is stacked up and you living with them and stuff like that, they gonna start looking at your pockets regardless. And then
I was just about to say, regardless, they're gonna be looking.
You better go ahead and get that job back at Starbucks.
Regardless, those pockets is gonna be watched whatever lane you're in.
Nah, you're right. Regardless, but if you got a dream and you trying to get somewhere, you're gonna have to. It's gonna have to eventually say it's either you or my dreams. And you know what I'm saying. A real chick is gonna respect it. If she ain't pushing you, she gonna let you go. A real chick or a real guy, if they ain't pushing you, they gonna let you fly. If they not gonna let you get to your next level and be a better person, then you know what I'm saying, you got to think about that. That's your judgment.
But and another thing you guys always got to remember, like a lot of people saying, oh yeah, I'm a rapper, I'm this, I'm that, but a lot of people be bullshitting. And when I'm saying bullshitting, like people could say, oh, I'm a rapper, I'm this, but like they don't really be doing nothing. No, you know? Right. So let's be for real about that. You know, like, because even if you living with someone and you doing your music, she's going to understand that if she see you really working. Exactly. Any real woman at the end of the day and see a man real working for real, they going to respect that. But I mean, if you just shouting, I'm a rapper, and you trying to be all flamboyant and you running around doing nothing, trying to be looking cute with changing sweaters and nothing else is going on, it's like, come on, like what are you doing here?
Yeah, it's like you don't have no plans on how. At least I feel like you're going to get some money. Right. You understand what I'm saying? You just,
or at least like she's feeling like she's involved. You know, like what actually is going on with you. You know,
exactly. Your partner gotta be involved with your passion. If not, it ain't gonna work. It's not gonna work.
It's not. You're right.
Y'all not gonna be on the same page.
But it's bigger than just being a rapper, man. You know, it's like you said, if your partner doesn't believe in your dreams along with you, or don't want to support you with your passion, no matter if you rap or you open up a business, anything, I mean,
it's not gonna work.
It's not gonna work.
Yeah, y'all not growing. Y'all never gonna grow together.
It's not gonna work. It's not gonna work.
And y'all gonna get tired.
And then that risk, she gonna get in the way of that risk, and in that risk, you just gonna be a regular dude, and a regular dude just gonna be
exactly.
Broke.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna be them dudes that you watch on TV all the time. You know, them 5 people. You ain't gonna be Don Vito, you ain't gonna be a Doc, you ain't gonna be a Cali, you ain't gonna be a Felicia, you ain't gonna be a Clee. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna be on TV and all that type of stuff. You're gonna be right there. So what do you want today, ma'am?
Talking about what you could have been doing.
You know what I'm saying? That's what you're gonna be doing. And that right there is not fulfilling your dreams. It's not showing your full capabilities, the talents that God bless you with. Not trying to be funny. I'm dead serious.
No, you
gotta take that risk. You gotta take the leap of faith. You got to push it. You know, we done had all sorts of people come to this platform. We got authors. You got people that start up companies. We got little kids who come through here. We got little kids say she want to be a DJ. Her daughter wanted to be something. Sierra daughter wanted to do nails. You know, you got this kid with like visions. You know what I'm saying? You got to have people have these type of visions, man, and they want to do them, man. They don't want to. They started with a regular job, but they really want to do that. It's not what they like. You said if you don't like what you're doing,
then change it.
You should try to find a way to not do it.
Exactly.
Bottom line, you know what I'm saying? That's real talk.
Because all you're doing is killing yourself.
Yeah.
Slowly too.
You know, and that's why it's like they said there's more poor people than there's rich people, because people just don't have no desires, or they start something and they just stop, like, I can't do it.
Or they scared.
They scared, yeah. That fear. Yeah, that's another word. Yeah, you can't have that fear. You got to go for it. Man.
Exactly. That's why people stay stuck in jobs that they don't like, because they scared. They scared that their rent not going to get paid that month. Yeah. And that's kind of like slavery. Like, they know like a certain amount of people is going to be slaves. They know a couple of them is going to be rebels and be like, you know what? Fuck this shit. I'm gonna do my own thing. But the majority is gonna want to be like, why should I leave here? You know what I'm saying? I'm getting fed good. My rent is getting paid. But you struggling with a job that you hate, that's killing you every day.
What's that comedian chick that's killing them right now? Black chick.
Tiffany Haddish.
Slept in a car and all that. Her story's crazy.
Tiffany Haddish.
Yeah, Tiffany Haddish. Yeah. Slept in the car and did all this and did all that to make it and to strive for what she wanted to do in life, and look at her now.
Exactly.
Yep.
She killing right now. And she made it. All the comedians was like hating on her and all that, talking about it when she won that award. But then they all came later on. It's like, yo, you know what?
You deserve it.
You deserve it, and now everybody loving her right now. You know what I'm saying? She stuck to her dream and her passion. What if she would just say, I can't do this. I'm going to get me a job because this ain't working. She wouldn't be where she at today. You know, and there's a lot of other stories out there that's like that, though, you know? So, yo, keep doing what you're doing, brother, because you got a talent.
Good looking, man.
You know what I mean? You from Harlem.
Good looking,
Give people your social media links.
Social media links, Instagram is Destin Wells, DESTIN Wells, WELLS .Harlem, and Facebook is Destin Wells. You can find me on there. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. That's Destin Wells. Everything is Destin Wells. You can find me on all platforms.
So just SoundCloud, anything on there?
I took my SoundCloud down. It's strictly iTunes, Spotify, Tidal.
So definitely support that, man. We didn't support this brother here. We looking forward to being in that video. You know we.
Good look, I'm
Yes,
definitely gonna get y'all.
We gonna pull up.
I need y'all in that. I got a little scene for y'all, man.
We're gonna pull up.
Keep everything
We're
hard.
gonna have the B139.
I'm trying to get tone wop in it too. I'm trying to get tone wop in it. Yeah. Trying to get a lot of people in it, man.
Get that Harlem shaking.
Everybody that's repping Harlem right now. I'm trying to get them part of everything, man.
Exactly. Bring the essence back. You know?
Exactly. And we're gonna keep it there too. Once we get it back, we're gonna keep it there.
Yes. So Justin, it was a pleasure having you on the show today.
Always a pleasure. Thank you.
And can you please tell them your favorite podcast?
Beat 139. Beat 139. Harlem everything.
Yeah. Harlem world, baby girl.
She's waiting for these singles that's inside my head. Yeah, get this whole stack for the proper dance. Call me Papa Bands, call me Papa Bands. She says she living single, she ain't got no man. She stripping for these singles that's inside my head. Come get this whole stack for the proper dance. Call me Papa Bands, call me Papa Bands. 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 You rockin' with a winner and you know it, girl. And yes, I love a cougar, she's a golden girl. Ass fat, that's how she got me. She's such a neat freak, but her mouth is sloppy, Lord. Started with some kisses on her body. Now baby boy is all up in that cookie like Taraji. Toes done, yeah, I love sandals. Ooh, I'm gripping on the love handles. She said she got a gut, is what she tell me. But long as it's lit, don't give two fucks about no belly, man. It's a vibe all in the telly, man.